thank you. It's not. It's a late Christmas stream. But yeah, hello. First says text speed. That's one time. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, start. Oh look, the leaves rustle in the wind. Freshly fallen snow comes down like a blanket over the park. Children's laughter. Okay, return. Laughter as they sing and play in the snow, from making snow forts and snowmen sliding down the hills. Even the dogs are having fun. That's too slow. Are having fun eating snow on the ground. It seems like everyone is having fun, except for one little puppy is snoring afternoon away under a bench. Little puppy by the name of Biddy. A whisk of wind blows right in his ear. Biddy cannot take the cold anymore. He gets up, blinks away the sleep, stretching his paws in front of him. How long was he asleep? Letting out a big yawn, Biddy circles the bench he was sleeping under. Something is missing. But what is missing? His little ears shoot straight up as he takes a closer look at the bench. Where is his owner? Oh, his owner lost him. He is gone. Oh, how can this be? Everything in Biddy's body makes him howl like mad. Where did he go? Where did he go? I'll never find him. He's gone. I will have to live off the breadcrumbs from the nice old dog. He circles around the park bench once more time. How could this happen? As if he disappeared out of thin air. Biddy walks over to the tallest tree in the park and stands under it to think. All the good times they could have had. They could have run 5 laps around the pond to say hello to those noisy dogs, smell the yummy bread, and taste Biddy's favorite purple ball. He takes a second to shut his eyes and remind himself that everything will be okay, even if he's shivering from fear. Biddy can see the whole park from here. Where could his owner be? The park is massive for a tiny dog. Hopefully, he's just getting some food for them both. His little heart races as he takes a moment to survey the ground. Where could he have gone? Where? He must be around the park somewhere. I just have to look around. But where? Come on, use that brain of yours. Cotton candies. Biddy walks over to the nice dog, handing out big, fluffy clouds. He sniffs the clouds as if they're made, inhaling their sugary smell. He tilts his head, noticing only smaller dogs out here. They bite ravenously into the clouds and laugh. Biddy's tail wagged like he's crazy. I wish I could have the biggest fluffy cloud right now. His saliva drips just thinking about it. He shakes his head. Now I need to focus on finding my big dog. No sign of his owner here. His ears flop down as he walks away. Aww. If I were him, I would be at the pond. No, he's not at the pond. Biddy walks around the pond. He sniffs around. The frozen grass tickles his snout. There is a scent of breadcrumbs nearby. A couple of big dogs slide across the ice. Neither of them look like who Biddy is looking for. No sign of him here. Biddy lets out a huff. Where is he? Time to head in another direction. Horse swings. Biddy makes his way to the springy horse. 3 colorful ones stand there with smiley faces. He makes his way towards one of them. Oh, shit. Do you know where my big dog is? The horse gives no answer. Biddy doesn't like that at all. Biddy squints and barks at it. Answer me! Where is he? I will bite your friend here. The horse does not give an answer. Biddy growls and bites its leg. He rears his head back as he spits. Blech! The horse tastes funny. You win this round. Biddy pads off away from the horses, sticking his tongue out with the whole way. Those mean horses didn't help one bit. After walking around a while, there is still no sign of the big dog anywhere. Biddy swears he looked up and down, to and fro, here and there, but no hints or hair of anything. What am I going to do now? He taps his paws against the ground, worried. He looked in all the right places. If I can't find him, what will I do? He yelps in desperation and despair. Panic once again fills his little legs as he races out of the park. Somewhere he never set foot before. Into the unknown. The city. He flinches when he meets the gate. Instead of bashing his head on it against the hard metal, his little body squeezes through the gap between the bars, narrowly grazing him. The moment his paws touch the wet sidewalk, he skids to the great chalk line. It's filled with fast, big dogs in accidents, smelling prickling his snout. Why are the big dogs in such a hurry? Their round legs roll at such speed. How can their round legs roll at such speed? The spectacle of flashing light and colors almost distracted him from his mission. Suddenly, an imposing howl cuts through his ears. Biddy looks up across the chalk line. He meets a tall dog's eye. They are as stern as his howl. Biddy knows to stay put. The big dog doesn't waste any time. He walks to the shiny black pole and presses the red button with his dark snout. Another howl, but this time it's to make sure Biddy doesn't move. Then all the big dogs on the chalk line stop one after another. At the first, Biddy walks towards the chalk line with hesitant. Oh shit. He wonders if he'll get barked at again, but manages to make it across to the dog without getting scolded. Oh shit, what the fuck? Ew. He lets Biddy inspecting him. He gives him a quick sniff before stepping back. The big dog's greeting isn't rude, but friendly. Why are you alone and so far from home when you shouldn't be? The big dog huffs, lost on his first time out. Anyway, I'm Racer. Oh, is he as fast as the big dogs? Biddy licks him and sniffs as well, but if he doesn't smell like the other big dogs, then he's probably not as fast as them either. Alright, that's enough. Biddy steps away. Do you even know your way home? He thinks Biddy is the only a puppy. What should he say to the big dog like him? Not really. Lisa gives him a stern look. I should have guessed. You little shit. You're too young to know your way through these streets. I will help you find your owner. I guess. He takes Biddy up on his reluctant offer and darts ahead. Biddy panics and trails behind him. Biddy's short and little legs are no help catching up. Woo! Damn, dude! Slow your ass down! Biddy's stomach grumbles. Racer, wait! He glances back and slows down to Biddy's pace without a word, but then frowns. I've heard your stomach all the way from here, you know. Biddy's ear dropped in embarrassment. Don't you want something to eat and quiet that down? Any shame evaporates as Biddy lets out a happy yelp. The rumbling is starting to hurt after all. I know a place, just stick with me. As if Biddy had any other option. Shut. Biddy and Racer walk through the city. Tall and colorful buildings loom over them. They're beautiful, although some look like they are empty. Why do I keep doing that? It does not smell like any food is here. Biddy wonders if the buildings are giant dogs guarding the city. Will the big dogs keep us safe? Racer turns around, facing Biddy with a look of confusion. You mean the buildings, right, pup? They don't move, so not likely. Biddy groans. I'm hungry. We'll find food, just quit yapping so I can concentrate. Biddy nods. Racer raises his snout to the air and inhales deeply. The yeasty scent of warm bread wafts through the air. Follow me, pup. To my right. Woo! Biddy moves quickly, zigzagging like lightning, bobbing and weaving through the towering city buildings. And I will be right back. Do a bathroom break and so. I am back. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, that banged in my face. Oh. Oh. Okay, everything's good? Yeah. The tantalizing smell of food grows stronger and more irresistible with each passing moment. That's cool, kind of like that. Soon the energetic pair halt in front of a building, in front of a charming, pretty green painted building. A giant window with the purple curtain showcases an impressive display of delicious looking, mouth-watering food. This incredible place seems to be capable of feeding both Biddy and Racer for endless days. How do we get inside? There's a hidden entrance. Follow me. Biddy tilts his head, confused. But why can't can't we just use the door here? The other big dogs guard this place, Pup. They won't let us enter that way. I've tried before. His bark sounded sharp and sour. Biddy decides it's best not to question this failed method. Rachel leads Biddy around to the back of the cafe. A dumpster and a big black dog welcomes them. What do we do? We sit and act adorable for these big dogs. You know how to do that? I think they say humans are big dogs. That's what they do. Unless the city's ran by actual dogs and beat them. Oh. Yes, let me try. Rachel gives Biddy the stink eye. A growl escapes his lips. Shush! The big dogs will hear your loud yips. Biddy's ears flop down as he wags his tail sadly. Do you know any tricks? Biddy's eyes light up with excitement. There is a trick he knows how to do. Biddy stands up on his hind legs and begins to walk backward. Racer watches with interest, nodding his head. All right, you are ready. Am I? I wouldn't lie to you, Pup. Racer makes his way over to the big black door, stands tall and scratches. Oh, shit. They wait a few minutes patiently, and then a big dog in a red apron appears. Biddy gets on his hind legs and walks backwards gracefully, adding a twirl for a show. Racer performs a trick, staring longingly at the big dog while wagging his tail. The big dog in the apron returns inside the cafe, leaving Biddy and Racer waiting. The big dog returns with 2 bread slices, tossing them before shutting the door. Racer takes a deep whiff of the bread, savoring the delicious smell, eagerly and excited. Let's eat. Oh boy! Biddy and Racer feast on their bread. Biddy's stomach rumbles again. I'm still hungry. Don't worry, Pup. We have a whole block of these buildings to look for food. Really? Yes, follow me. Do your best to keep up. Racer and Biddy begin their hunt for food, exploring tirelessly, determinedly throughout the city. The two spent their afternoon behind the building, scavenging scraps of bread, meat, and other leftovers. The night sky blankets through the city, casting a shadow as their search for food continues tirelessly. Biddy's legs begin to shake uncontrollably, and he stumbles to the ground, exhausted and overwhelmed. Poor Pup! Biddy's legs feel completely numb, leaving him unable to stand after a long day. Racer, I'm getting sleepy. Can we stop? Yes, Pup. The night has welcomed us. Let us find a place to rest. Biddy hopes that they can find a place. He can't imagine sleeping on the big, white, cold chalk line. The big dogs would run right over them. Why would you do that? There's cars. Alright, Alright, I'll follow your lead. Biddy lets out a big yawn and Racer smiles after their long day running around. The two had a busy day running through the city, searching for scraps and food. But in the end, the owner adopts Racer too. Biddy feels thankful for Racer's helpful company, but notices another rumble deep in his tummy. This time the rumble isn't hunger but anxiety about spending the night in the city. Biddy never slept outside before and nervous pits begin to swell in his tummy. He wonders nervously how he will manage staying in the dark, feeling uncertain and uneasy. Racer and Biddy wanders the street looking for shelter. All the while, Biddy fantasizes about stumbling on something interesting. Maybe a cat fight to watch from the far, or a puddle of ice cream from a fallen cone. Perhaps some discarded leftover and chicken bones, but he has to keep up. Instead, he watches the giant glowing metal poles blaring tiny sunbeams as they cast down at his path. Biddy turns to Racer. He suddenly sniffing loudly, walking towards the two big brown boxes. Racer examines them a bit more, scratching them with his paws. All good, pup, go in. It's nothing like the plush pillow dog bed at Biddy's home. Biddy finds some newspaper scraps and drags them into his box. That's better. And soon both dogs begin their sleep ritual. They walk in circles a few times and then drag themselves into their boxes. Aww. They both fall asleep quickly. So crick, 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 crick. Planked. But Biddy wakes up quickly too. Oh, your key! Following the planking noise, his eyes follow on a nearly camouflaged black cat. The cat loudly roots around for a fish. It has to be fish, right? In a trash can. Why are you up so late? Yeah, I don't know. I'm starving by getting some food. The cat laughs. Wouldn't mind a warm coat to sleep in either. You don't have anywhere to sleep? That's so odd. Not one at all. But he glances back at his box. I got a warm box. Come with me. We can stay there. The cat's eyes glisten, bewildered as he realizes it's the first time someone has offered him a safe place to sleep. As Biddy and Freckles begin their introduction, Biddy discovers that Freckles' story is filled with both tragedy and adventure, shaping his life. Freckles has always lived in the bustling city where he became accustomed to the bright lights, constant noises, and and diverse animals. Over the years, the city landscape changed dramatically, altering Freckles' experience and forcing him to adapt in unexpected ways. Freckles frequently encounters trouble with other alley cats, often getting into fierce fights over food or shelter. Life in the city wasn't always about as magical or exciting as seeing the stars at night. Freckles yawns, "You're a nice doggy, and not bad at all. And thanks." Biddy catches a twinkle of mischief in the cat's eyes before he closes his eyes. Biddy, Freckles, and Racer wake up. Biddy lets out a yawn. Freckles shakes his tail as Racer lets out the bigger yawn. "Alright, pup, let's find breakfast for today." He glances over at the Freckles and shrugs it off. As long as his new friend finds their share of food. "Come on, I can smell the goods trash down the street." He bolts off, knowing that Biddy and this new friend will follow. Freckles and Biddy chase after Racer. They finally make it to the trash can. It smells like food scraps blended with the stink of rotten garbage. The trio spend their mornings digging through every nook and cranny for food. Biddy finds a half-eaten burger. Freckles finds some rodents and Racer's a big slice of ham. "Great work. Oh, Biddy, I think there's a dog around here who can help us out." Biddy's ears perked up. Would it be a dog who knew how to get Biddy home? "I want to see. Where is this dog?" "Finish eating. We have plenty of time." Everyone leisurely takes their time to savor the breakfast scraps, enjoying every bite of their meal. Racer confidently leads the trio on a short journey to a butcher shop located just 2 blocks away. Biddy's ears tingle with excitement and anticipation, sensing that something thrilling is about to happen soon. Just as Racer turns the corner behind the butcher shop, the trio hears a loud, gruff bark echoing. A large French bulldog stands tall and proud atop a wooden crate, surveys the area with authority. A group of smaller dogs gather around him, forming a pack that looks ready to defend their territory. Uh-oh, looks like these dogs are serious and definitely mean business. Excuse me, Pepper, I'm here to ask for your help. We're trying to get this young pup home." Pepper barks a big, nasty growl. I ain't answering nothing until you tell me why you got that no good thief with you." Racer tilts his head. "What thief?" "Is your head full of bones? That no good lying sack of fur right behind you." Racer turns around to see Freckles. Freckles' fur is ruffled and back arched. I don't know what he's talking about. Honestly, I swear on my old moldy sock. Pepper shakes his head as he lets out another loud bark, giving Freckles a stink eye. I don't know what you want from me to do. It was windy out and that cap went flying faster than a blue jay. I know you stole my favorite hat, so give it back or I ain't helping you. Richard pads over to Biddy. What could they do? Now, it would not be right just to leave. Say, Biddy, how can we help Pepper? We need to get you home. Biddy thinks for a moment. What could be a good way to help Pepper? Biddy rummaged through the trash can. He digs and digs for what feels like forever until he sees something red and poking from the center. He yanks the item out of the garbage. Out pops a red hat with a white puff ball. Oh, Santa! Delighted with the find, Biddy places it by Pepper. Would this do? Pepper inspects the hat, sniffing it eagerly. Yes, it would do perfect. Biddy could, oh, I thought he was Pepper. Biddy couldn't help but prance in a circle. You did the job well, kid. Tell you what, I'll give a listen to your story. Pepper tells the trio of where he believes Biddy is from. In this place, there is the smell of freshly cut grass. No acid tang from the big dog. The air is clear for miles. It's not like the city at all. Oh, he's from the country. I think Biddy is from a place called Summer Spring Yard. Biddy's ears perk up, hearing the name. That's it. His tail wagged wildly. All those little rows and rows of houses seem to go on forever. But there's one danger you should be on the lookout for. Danger? Cars! Cars! Is it ticks? Ticks are one mean heck of a bug. Not something worse than ticks. The animal catcher. Have you ever heard the story of the net monster? Yep. Animal control. Story of the net monster. The trio shake their heads. Pepper looks up with a scary look on his face. The net monster ain't no joke. The monster lurks around inside of a big white dog. Dogs! He has giant nets for hands. He'll do anything, I mean anything, to catch any wandering dog. Ah, that's almost scared my fur off. Haha. So you best be careful of this net monster when heading there. Racer bows his head. Biddy and Freckles do the same. Racer bows his head. Biddy and Freckles do the same. Thank you, Pepper. We'll be on our way to escort Biddy home. We'll heed your warning. Racer looks at Biddy sternly. It's time to get moving. You'd best be careful, Safe travels. Making Biddy and Freckles turn tail and leave the butcher shop. Now it was time to get Biddy home. Despite his short limbs, Biddy bounces ahead of the group. After what feels like hours of running, they all decided to slow down and stop. Biddy's home can't be too far now. Woof! A distressed howl echoes nearby. The trio don't exchange glances. They run, following the cry for help. Oh no, the net monster almost got him. Woof! Woof! Oh, a corky! Yes, 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 me, help me, please! You see the poor dog trying to claw her way out of a snowbank to no avail. She swats pathetically at the snow, trying to dig herself out. I can grab her by the collar to pull her out. Freckles laughs. She looks like she gets a lot of dog treats at home. I say too many hee. Wow, Freckles, damn. Hey! The trio argues the best way to pull her out of this mess, but enough was enough. Impatient Biddy gets fed up and clambers into action. He sprints headfirst into the snowbank. You dummy. Aboard. Yes, thank you so much. Karen wags her tail as she pulled from the hole. She waddles over and gives Biddy a soft lick. You're such a brave puppy. You're such a brave puppy. I'm so glad you found me. I'm Caramel Apple, by the way. No problem. Oh, but it was silly me. I was only trying to catch some pretty snowflakes to decorate my tree. But guess what? They melted. I would have been stuck without your help. You're welcome. Biddy turns to the others. Hey, Racer, Freckles, I got her out. Racer and Freckles stare in surprise, glancing at the two of them, and then the board. That works too. This time, Caramel follows Biddy towards the group. Out of curiosity, what were you doing here? Helping the pup. Racer gives Freckles an odd look, and Freckles rolls his eyes dramatically. We're helping Biddy get home. Then she got lost and separated from his owner. Oh! She wags her tail energetically. I know my way around here. I wouldn't be able to not help you guys, much less when you helped me. Well then, Caramel gleefully tags along as they search for Biddy's home. So what's your yard like? There's a garden, a plain green, and has some toys I can play with. Oh, does it smell like a planty? Though, I don't know. It's more like snowy. Ah, that makes sense. It does. And does the house, wait, Why is there a cat with that? Huh? Freckles tilts his head. What's a cat? What's a cat? Freckles sniggers. Racer snorts and Carmel charcoals, but none answer. Biddy, Freckles, and Racer and Carmel walks through the neighborhood. Carmel sniffs for a hint of clues to help him. What does the house look like? It's a blue house. Oh, I remember it has a giant yard toy. A giant yard toy? Yeah, it would rise every morning and stand up tall all day and night. Oh, like a inflatable? Any more details? Biddy ignores Carmel and suddenly becomes distracted by a glistening snow pile. He pokes a little hole at it with his paw and licks it. Biddy, focus. We need to take this seriously. Biddy pouts and pushes the pile of snow with his snout before walking away. His ears flop sadly. He just wanted to have a little fun. Freckles races over to Biddy, putting a paw on his shoulder. Racer didn't mean to yell. He just wants to get you home. I know, but the snow pile looks really fun to play in. Biddy looks at Racer. I'm sorry for not listening. I was just thinking about all the fun I had during my time in the city. I had too many fun memories. I just don't want to be apart from everybody. I know, Pop. I accept your apology. Carmel sniffs at another yard. She barks at the group to follow her. Biddy and the others arrive at a house with a huge yard toy in the middle. This is it! This is the house! Biddy excitedly prances his little legs ready to scamper over. You said it was blue, that's not blue. He could almost smell the smoky fire from the living room. He thinks about the time he curled up next to his big dog and snacked on a delicious puppy treat. Biddy, overwhelmed and excited, can't wait any longer, and he races across the street without warning. Oh no, he gets hit, or the nut monster. Wait, we need to stay together. Biddy does not hear her as he runs like a wild tiger. He can't smell those yummy table scraps just calling his name. Until, boom, that monster! Bam! Biddy rolls after the smacking into a large silhouette. He looks up at the figure. His ears flop down as he feels a small whimper escape to find a shadowy figure holding a net. The net monster! Biddy couldn't move. He was frozen solid like a popsicle. Racer picks up the scent and races towards Biddy, but stops. What could he even do in this dire situation? Bite the dude. What should they do? Biddy chomps down on the net monster's ankle. It's the only thing he can think of. Oh wait, no, I thought that's Chomper or Racer. thinks to get away. The net monster swings his net, missing Biddy. Biddy takes this opportunity to run home. He doesn't dare turn back as the net monster wails and cries in agony. Racer and the others follow after Biddy, making sure he gets home safely. Biddy dashes towards the familiar blue house with the giant gingerbread inflatable toy. This is it! This is it! The place you needed to be! This would have been a great Christmassy story. His heart pounds slowly as he turns around to see his friends. Racer, Caramel, and Freckles all stand by the door. Every bone in his little body shakes. Thank you for getting me back home. Racer dips his head to the ground. I would have done it for any dog pup. I won't forget the fun we had digging in the trash cans. Be sure to stay safe, Biddy. I'll always be 2 yards down if you need me. She gives him a big wet lick to his forehead. Thank you all for the kindness you showed me. I won't forget you and all the fun I've had. The chair is actually the actual place. Biddy waves with his paws goodbye before slipping the doggy door. He sniffed. The smell of roasted peanuts mixed with peppermints filled the air. Ah, dinner! It all smells the same. Biddy hears his owner walks from the kitchen. His paws skid over to the kitchen, tail wagging with a soft thump. He looks up with the big puppy eyes at them. His owner's big arm gently scoops him up. As Biddy listens to him say something he can't understand, Biddy gave him a soft, wet lick to the face. He is finally home. Without the help of friends by his side, he could have never imagined being back in the arms of his owner again. Biddy arrived just in time to spend his favorite holiday snuggled up on one of the sofas, listening to the jingle and bells, eating his favorite dog treats, and enjoying the quiet comfort of home again. Yay! Credits! I wonder who did the voices. I mean, I did, but they said there was voices. Wikipedia. Thanks for playing. Seems like fun, but like a lot of work for a visual novel. And that'll be it. I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you guys for watching.